Emma and Zizi, thank you so much for joining me on the London Theatre Review.
No worries, thank you.
Thank you.
Very pleased to have you here. I want to start off by asking you about your kind of relationship with Wicked. So, I mean, presumably before coming into the show, had you both seen it? Do you remember the first time you saw it?
Yes, we've got quite different stories, haven't we? You go first.
I first saw Wicked for the original year that it was in London with Idina Menzel and
wow, you did well.
Helen Dillamore. Yeah, I think how old was I? Maybe about 14 or 15. And I remember before seeing it in London, my singing teacher had bought me the vocal selections and we'd been going through some of it. So I knew quite a bit of the music. And I think I'd bought the CD from Dress Circle back in the day.
Wow.
Throwback.
Okay. Yeah.
But aside from the original cast, I'd seen it about 9 times. Just when you've got friends in it or, you know, I think there was one cast where my friend was covering Elphaba, so I saw her in it 3 times.
That's good friendship.
Yeah, very good.
Dedication.
That's true.
So
But yeah.
you were well prepared by the time you came into it then?
Do you know, I hadn't seen it in 9 or 10 years.
Okay.
So a lot of my viewership was in the early years.
Yeah.
And I hadn't been back in nearly a decade, you know, with COVID and all the rest of
Yeah.
it. But yeah, so I feel like I still came into it with fresh eyes.
Zizi, what about you?
Mine starts similar. I saw it with Idina as well when I was 14, 15.
Yeah.
And had the CD, knew every single word to it, obviously, at the time. Well, I only knew, like, the big ones,
Yeah.
obviously. Wizard and I, Define Gravity.
Not Sentimental Man.
And Popular. No, that's actually my number 1. I love that. And then I didn't see it again until 2022 when I came to see my friend in it. And then that's the only other time I've seen it.
Wow.
Yeah, so in the audition when they were saying, oh, can you just sing the high bit at the end of Thank Goodness? I was like, yeah, if you teach it to me.
Wow, okay.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a long old gap, actually.
Yeah.
Have any of your family been in it? I should have checked this before.
The film. So my mum
Right.
is the librarian in the film in Dancing Through Life.
Amazing.
Which is, she's the biggest superstar in our
Did
family
she get
now.
to go on the spinny things?
No,
That
she
look really
didn't.
Scary.
She would have loved to.
Yeah.
But she is 70, so she would have broken.
Yeah, she's a Langford. I think
She is,
would have
well,
been,
exactly.
yeah,
She is a
I think
legend.
she would have been okay.
Yeah. Credit where credit's due. But no, she like does a lot of shush acting, and you know, it has a moment with Jonathan Bailey. Honestly, it all surprised us how much of a moment it is in Dancing Through Life. It's incredible. And then my sister Summer is in it in bits, and then she's got a featured line at the beginning of For Good.
What did that mean when you went and told the family that you were now going to be in it? Did it sort of take the excitement out there? Like, yeah, no, we've all done it before, so.
Not really, but my family, because for us it's like a business, as in like we all work for our hairdressers or we all work for an estate agent. It was like, oh, I'm in for Glinda, and they were like, oh, I hope you get it. And then when I got it, they were like, oh my god, amazing. Anyway, are you coming to Mummy's tomorrow? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's so like, but it really keeps you grounded. Like, it's not like we don't. I don't know. It's not that they're not happy for me, but it's like, well, yeah, you know what I mean. It's kind of almost better because they're just like, well, of course you are, you know, and it's kind of sweet in a way.
Whereas I saw the reaction video that you did when you told your family, and they seem
Yeah.
so excited.
The polar opposite. The muggle universe that is the Kingston family.
Oh,
yeah,
so cute.
I think it was one of those things that, you know, I'd been in for it, I think, twice before, and I made the mistake of telling my family the first time I auditioned for it, which, you know, I shall never... I've learnt that lesson, and I actually just don't tell people anymore when I'm going in for any auditions. I learned that lesson quite quick, to be
I
fair.
actually didn't tell any of my friends I was in for this.
Neither did I.
Because I thought if I don't get it, then I don't have to tell them that I didn't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just like keep it on the down low. And then my friends were almost mad at me when I got it. They were like, what? How have you not told us that you're in for Glinda? I was like, oh, well.
I told 2 friends, and yet when we both got it, it was the worst kept secret in musical theatre, and neither of us had really
No, I
told
know.
anyone.
We didn't really tell many people. And then everyone was like, yeah, we know. Like, how?
The gossip mill is rife
Yeah.
in the musical theatre world. So we should probably say, for people who don't know, Zizi, you're playing Glinda, and Emma, you're playing Elphaba.
Yes.
The green one, for
The
anyone
green
who hasn't
Yeah, the
seen
green
it.
one. Yeah,
Yes.
Which must, I mean, is that a bit of a drag, being greenified every night?
No.
How long does it take?
To get green initially takes about half an hour, and then
That's very efficient.
yeah,
They've
and
got
then
it down.
they do.
Yeah.
But you have the second look, so you have another half hour worth of makeup, 20 minutes to half an hour in the interval. So it really, like, there's no such thing as an interval for an Elphaba. You are sat in your chair, and people are just working around you all the time because she has to have a different look.
You've just done the massive end of Act 1 number, Defying Gravity.
Yes.
Then you're straight into your dressing room.
Really
You're
easy,
straight...
isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And then while you're still out of breath, you're going and being greenified even more.
Yeah, you work your way up
Wow.
to the dressing room, and then the second I get in there, there's a knock on the door for makeup. So it's
But can I say my personal opinion? No one has ever looked better green.
Oh, shit,
Wow.
you.
It's like, and this sounds like such a weird thing to say, but you look at Emma and you're like, you just look like you're supposed to be green.
Aw, okay.
Even though you look great as yourself, but like you don't. It's not like jarring in any way.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, she looks like she's supposed to be like that. You know? I don't know. Yeah.
And Zizi, what are you doing when Emma's going through all this, grueling regime of...
The interval.
Yeah,
Well,
or-
I have
or-
a bit of a glow up in the interval as well, because obviously we have to get older.
Yeah,
So I have to sort of like change my makeup a bit as well, change, bits and bobs of my makeup. I then have like an updo wig that I have to put on for thank goodness. So it's not so much of a change, but you still like, I don't
busy
feel like
enough.
I get an interval. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the time I get up to my dressing room and then do the change and blah, 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 then you're back down.
Do you find that those roles... So, I mean, again, who hasn't seen Wicked? But there are...
You'd be surprised. So many of my friends who aren't in this industry
Yeah, I've
have
never seen
just
it.
never seen it because it's always been there.
Yeah.
It's one of those that I think people go, oh, I'll see it at some point. And then a lot of my friends just went, oh, we've got an excuse to come now. So
Well, but then they've got less excuses. Obviously, there's the film as well now. But,
Yeah.
So it's interesting because there's 4 of us who do this podcast. There's 3 regular presenters. 2 of us really like Wicked. 2 of us not so much. And there are some people. There are some holdouts. What's your sell? How can you persuade them that Wicked is actually really good?
I think people have to look at what it really is about, and it's sort of about humans discovering who they are and about how no one is good or bad, no one's wicked or good, and it's sort of, I mean, if you like Wizard of Oz, I mean, I don't know many people that haven't heard of Wizard of Oz or seen Wizard of Oz, and I feel like everyone loves a story where it's a sort of like a prequel, where you can kind of go, oh my God, that happened, and that, and it leads up to that, and it's a backstory of that, such a famous story. So if that doesn't lead you to it, I think, thinking about what it's actually about and the human nature side of it, and the friendship side of it, and how
100%.
2 very different people that think they're very different can find their similarities and sort of fall in love platonically, and just figure out who they are through being friends.
I think leading on from that, one of Glinda's lines in the very beginning is, are people born wicked or have wickedness thrust upon them?
Exactly, yeah.
And I think we see that all over the place with regards to social media now, that, you can put something online and go, this is fact. You go, no, it's not. That might be what you believe to be true, but that doesn't make it fact.
Or things can get edited
Yes.
to make people seem a certain way, like with reality TV and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah.
And people can be villainized when
Yeah.
they're actually just edited wrong.
Yeah.
It's so current.
Yeah.
Even from nearly 20 years ago when it was made.
Yeah. It's the idea of
and the
being
book,
othered.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly, which never goes away.
Sadly.
It is quite, and it is quite interesting, whenever I do see the show, just kind of being reminded of that from quite early on in the show about how, there are some pretty serious things that go on in it.
But sort of going back to your original question, the music is banging.
Yeah,
So,
It
if
is.
that's
There's that
not
as
a
well.
sell, I don't know what is.
And it's so beautiful as
Yeah.
well, this show, the costumes and the wigs, and it's really stunning. I mean, when we saw the costumes close up.
They are phenomenal. But the set, everything, they've just had all of the lights redone at the show, and it just looks sensational.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
You're in it at obviously a very, very exciting time for Wicked. Last Christmas, we just had the first part of the film that's been a very long time in the making. And then just a couple of weeks ago, the trailer dropped for the second part of the film. How has that kind of affected your experience of the show? Do you think the audience is reacting differently? I mean, I've heard that it's selling actually better because of the film, which is kind of counterintuitive in a way. But how are you finding
I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if it is counterintuitive. I think how amazing that one can complement the other. And I think for a show that's been around 20 years, there was such care and so much money put into the film that it can only do amazing things for it as a franchise, but also for the show. Like the show, whether the show is on or not, the cast album will live forever. The film is amazing, but, you know, also on the flip side of that, nothing beats seeing something live.
Yeah, people watch the film and then they say, oh, I want to see it live. So many people have brought their kids, like, you know, even like my niece and nephew, they're obsessed with the film now. They're 6 and 5, and they sat through the whole show because they love the film so much, you know, and they wanted to come and meet Glinda and Elphaba.
And they feel like they're getting a sneak preview at what the second film could be. That I had my friend's daughter come who's 9, and she was shocked by certain things in Act 2. Because she hadn't seen them from the first film. And that's quite special at the moment to have such a young audience as well who are gobsmacked by things in Act 2. It's really nice, because I remember the first time I saw Wicked, I just thought, oh, there's that and that and that.
Such a shock. I know. I feel like even since the trailer dropped, that we've had fuller audiences.
It's fascinating. It's really, have you watched the trailer for reactions? What do you think?
I think it just looks beautiful. Yeah. They didn't give too much away, did they?
They gave nothing away.
Which is great. Yeah. I love it when a trailer does that.
Yeah.
I hate it when you feel like you've seen the whole film already.
Yeah.
But it's super exciting, like the new stuff, like the wedding. And also that just like brings such a different layer to it, because like, spoiler alert, but like they you know, if they get married and then Elphaba and Fiyero run off together, it's like, whoa, do you know what I mean? Like at least in our show they don't get married. It doesn't go that far, you know. So that's like big. And then
there's 2 new songs.
Yeah, it's just it looks epic.
It must be quite weird because you're singing these songs every night. You know, you're part of this show. But do you think you will go and see it, the film?
If we don't get invited to the premiere, then I will be very annoyed.
100%.
But surely you'll be thinking, oh God.
We're already outfit planning.
Yeah, we're going to the premiere.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, even if we gate crash it.
100%.
It sounds like you are gate crashing. It's easy. I think.
Well, we might
exactly
be.
Yeah. Universal, hit us up.
We're coming, so you can invite us or not, but we're coming.